Hello everyone, I'm Nabiha Tahir, a lead teacher trainer at TeacherGen. I welcome you all today to one of our another sessions of Ramadan microlearning series. In today's session, we will be looking at Google for Education. Now, before going ahead with what we will be learning at how we can enormously and amazingly use Google in your teaching lessons, I will go through briefly about the services that are offered at TeacherGen. So at TeacherGen, there are more than 20 courses, professional development courses for teachers, for educators, for new teachers, which are accredited by the American Institute of Professional Studies to develop teachers with their leadership skills in different domains. Now, the three main parts are I Learn, I Teach, and I Lead. In iLearn, you will be exploring about digital classroom management techniques, how you can digitally plan your lessons. There are apps for every teacher. There are digital assessment and feedback tools. So in iLearn, you will be exploring all of these aspects. Then the next stage is I Teach. In I Teach, you will be adopting different practices like reflective practices that you can be doing in your classroom, teaching strategies for developing critical thinking in your learners and for yourself as well. And also, you will be adopting AI for teaching and learning. AI is one of the best tools, which is the most used, and it's the next era that you will be incorporating artificial intelligence. And in our I Teach courses, you can adopt AI in your teaching and learning lessons. Also, you can be detecting students' early signs of development and disorders. Like, for example, one of our main key aspect we are working on is autism. The third main domain is I Lead. In iLead, after you will go through I Learn, I Teach. When you go to iLead, that means you're going to be developing your leadership skills, which will explore, like you can explore different leadership models, featured trends in digital leadership. Also, it will help you promoting your better communication and time management skills, because being a leader, you need to know that how you can manage your time, how you can communicate better, how you can implement your ideas that are perceived by other members or teachers or school management. Also, it will help you learn teacher training techniques and providing effective feedback. Now, at TeacherGen, TeacherGen has different programs which are UK accredited, where one of them is LRN Level 7, which is Certificate in Education PGCE. Also, there's a LRN Level 5 Diploma in Education and Training, which you can do, and you can be a certified trainer. And these programs are accredited by UK. Also, you are provided with an array of services that aims to develop not only you as a teacher, but if you're owner of an institute or if you're running an institute. So we also help you develop your institute through technology implementation. For example, we provide you assistance with emerging technologies, evaluation and implementation of school management system, which is mainly referred as LMS. Also, we help you provide with instructional design services using latest technologies at how you can design your instructions, how you can incorporate or implement your instructions using different latest technologies, latest apps and tools. Now, let's begin with our today's session. So today we will understand various Google apps and their integration in education. I know you all must be familiar with many Google apps, but sometimes there are certain features which are hidden or which are unknown. So today you will be going through those features with me, and let's see how many features you're familiar with. Learn how to use docs in collaborative learning and giving proactive feedback. And then we will be looking at Google Sheets featuring in creating great books and assignment trackers. So first we will be looking at Google Docs, Google Sheets, and also a Google app that how that can be incorporated in education. Also, we will learn how to make interactive presentations with Google Slides and how to use add-ons for assessment. First of all, a basic review of Google for Education. Now, Google Workspace is an amazing workspace for educational fundamentalists. because it's a free suite of easy to use tools that can provide you a flexible and secure foundation for learning, collaboration, and communication. It's not only the best tool for teachers, it's the best tool for students as well. Because if you use it, you have enormous features, you have various aspects through which you can make your lesson interactive, you can make your lesson so effective that students are automatically involved and they really like to learn and understand. So it's a helping tool for teachers as well, not only for students. So, for example, it helps you enable seamless collaboration, like with Google Docs, slides, sheets, drives. You can create a Google form, you can create a Jamboard, you can create Google Slides, you can create sheets, Excel sheets, you can create sheets for maintaining your data for classroom, and it enables a seamless collaboration. Then the other two features are classroom and assignment. Now, classroom and assignment is something which keeps you interacted and keeps you connected with your students, and the students are connected with the teachers. And this also boosts productivity, because when students are familiar that the teacher is going to be looking at their work, so they are more proactive, they are more concerned, they're more attentive in doing their task and also submitting their assignments on time. And when they see that their peers are giving reviews on that, so that makes it more a fun learning kind of environment. So it boosts the productivity. Then the three features, the Gmail, Meet, and Google Chat, is something with which you can communicate very flexibly. So these features are very, very amazing, but we will be looking at Google Doc, Google Sheet, and Google Slide today. So the three apps that we will be looking at, one of them is Google Docs. The Google Docs is basically used mainly for giving feedback, for collaboration, and for PBL. The second one is Google Sheet. Now, why do we use Google Sheet? We use it mainly for gradebook analysis, for homework, and for assignment tracker. Google Slides is used to create a presentation in which you can use QA sessions, you can have live question and answer sessions, you can create an e-portfolio, or you can help your students, the higher grade level, to create an e-portfolio and they can present that. And also it helps you to create creative presentation. So the first app we are going to be looking at is Google Doc. Now, Google Doc is helping you for feedback. You can use comments, you can use voice recognition, you can use editing mode. Now, I will go through a Google Doc with you to show you all of these features practically. So let's stop sharing my screen here and I will go to Google Doc. Okay. Okay. So So first of all, when you open your Google Doc, like for example, I'll first go to the basic Google, and let's say you want to open Google Docs. You click on Google Docs. And for example, if you're not logged in, you can log in through your account, through your Gmail account. Now, for example, I want to, and there's a template gallery, which helps you to use any of the templates available, which is really, really helpful. Now, for example, I choose this training proposal, okay? Now, this training proposal is about a company. You can edit the location here. You can edit the name of the company here. You can edit the subject matter or anything, or even the number of years the company has been created and whatever the history. So it's a whole manual about a company, and it's a training session, and they have a training session, they have a training contract. So if you are running an institute, or if you're working as one of the main heads of an institute, so you can have this training template and you can use it for marketing, and you can use it out to share it with other institutes or companies. Now, what features are we going to look at is the first of all, feedback. Like for example, I want to add a feedback here. So I'm going to select this, or let's say I want to select this location. and I will add a comment here. Okay, so I can add any comment, like, for example, I say Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, and I add a comment. Okay, so if someone highlights, they can see that, oh, the location is Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. For example, here I add company, I add a comment, and I say teach Jinn. Okay, or if I want to suggest something, so because my laptop is basically MacBook, it's not a laptop, it's not the other, it's like HP or Lenovo laptops, it's basically a MacBook Pro. So you might have different feature here, you might have a suggesting word here, but here I click and I want to have my edits as suggestion. Okay, so for example, I want to suggest that rather than using word expertise, you can use um, uh, is happy to offer its services. Okay. But it's not going to change it here, but it remains highlighted like this. So whenever you share this document with anyone, they click on it and they can see, oh, so the comment is, or I can say, for example, I want to edit my comment. So how can you do that? When you click on this, you see the comment. You cannot do that. The one who wrote the comment, that person can edit. So you cannot edit. You can just read, unless that person allows you to edit the document. So this, if you are the one who is sharing the document, so for example, you want to edit your own comment. So you click on it, you see it, you see these three dots, and they has these four options: edit, delete, see emoji reaction details, or get link to this comment. So I want to edit. I want to say replace expertise with services. All right? And then I say save. So whenever, whoever I'm sharing the document with, whenever they click on it, they see my comment. All right? Also, if I want to insert, for example, I really like it. I really like this word, or I really like this, whatever the information is written. I just click on it, highlight it, sorry, and then you can add an emoji reaction as well. For example, I add a smiley. Okay, so this is how you can give your feedback. Also, if you want to insert your voice note or a voice feedback, so you can do that by clicking, let me remove this. Okay, you see you have options here, file, which helps you to open a template from a gallery, or you can have your own blank document. You can even make a copy of this whole Google Doc. You can share it with others, or you can publish to a website, you can email it, you can download it, you can rename it. Okay. Then, for example, I want to add a voice note, or I want to add my comments by saying, and I want Google to type it. So I click on this and I click to speak. I want you to replace the word expertise with services. Okay. So I want you to replace the word okay. Oh, sorry. Oh. So you have to first stop it so that it stops recording. So you see, I just said it and it clearly wrote that down. And also you see, you can see the comment here as well. So for example, you don't want to type, or you're busy and you cannot type at the moment. So what you can do, you can just use the word, you can click on tool and you can use this voice typing to type in your comment. And for example, I didn't highlight anything. I just said that I want you to replace expertise word with services. So it quickly crossed the word expertise, and then it's wrote the whole sentence as a comment, which if you click on it, you can see the comment here as well. So in this way, you have many features to provide feedback, not only for your students, even if you're a teacher trainer, you can do that for your teachers as well. Now let's go to the second feature. 1 second. All right. So we're done with the feedback and also, for example, I'll share one more screen, one more content with you. Yes, here. For example, as a teacher trainer, because I go through and review the lesson plans for my teachers. So here you can also add comments or notes or anything in the similar manner, the one that I told you. You can give a feedback, you can do the voice typing, you can even edit for them. Like you can go here and you can edit. So for example, you don't want to write implementation, you want to write elicitation. Okay. But what you can do was the teacher might not be able to identify what you edit. So you can click on it and you can text the color, or you can highlight it. You can highlight it with, for example, yellow, so that your teacher knows that yes, the yellow highlights are done by the trainer. All right. Okay, so now let's go back to our presentation. And here we are with the presentation. Okay, so, and now let's look at another very amazing feature that you can use in your Google Doc. So we have gone through the voice typing and editing and feedback and everything and suggestion. Now, for example, you want to have a collaboration research work among your students, and you want them to create a research report or translate or give feedback, a peer feedback to their work. So for example, we have a document, and I'll go back again to my Google Doc. Um, okay. So now I'll go back to quickly to my Google Doc. Okay. So I am, okay, thank you for being patient on all this switching of the tabs. Okay, so now here I want, for example, I want to insert an image of the training proposal. So I go here to go to Insert tab, click on image. Either I have a picture and I can upload it from the computer, or I can search. All right. So, for example, I want to have a training logo. It can be any training, or I want to have training flip art. See, inclusive training, negotiation training, proposal writing training, in teams work, skill training. So for example, I want to have all of these four in this report. So I'm going to click on all of them and I insert those images here. Okay. Now you can either wrap it, you can center align, you can move with the text, you can fix the position on the page, you can position the options, anything you want to do. So also you can alter the size like this, and then you can have the second one, the second image here. And then, for example, you want to have all the four images, or for example, your training is about negotiation. So rather than writing the training proposal, you can just simply add this image, okay? And you can delete, you can suggest, okay? Replace the title with this image, okay? So whoever's report is this, whoever's proposal is this, whenever they will open it, when I will share it from here, I can copy the link and I can share it to anyone, either through email, through WhatsApp, through message, any medium. And when they will click on it, when they will log in, and I will give them access to see, because, or they can only see in the view mode. So they can see that what comment I have added here. right? If I don't want to add this, I can just click simply cross and I can remove my comment. All right. So, okay. Now let's quickly go back to our second app. Okay, the second Google app which we are going to be looking today is Google Sheets. Now, Google Sheets, mainly as teachers and as educators, we go through usually two main aspects on Google Sheet, which is either we use it as a gradebook, use the gradebook template in Google Sheets to easily track the student progress. So we are going to be looking at gradebook to one of the templates in Google Sheets to see what is the progress of the student. And also we are going to be looking at, it will be something like this. I will show you now. And also we're going to be looking at the assignment tracker. For example, you gave an assignment to your student and you want them to submit and you want to see how many of them submitted, what's the progress, and what's the percentage of attainment and everything, whatever features you have set or whatever the percentage you have set for the assignment. So you can easily track through one of the Google Sheets template, share with the senior leaders, or use as an evidence during parents teacher assessment or meeting or whatever. And you can find the templates in the title under education, which I will show you now. Okay, so please bear with me of this switching off the tabs. Okay, so now let's go to Google Sheet. Here we come to the Google Sheet. Now, when you open Google Sheet, now I'll quickly go back again to Google Sheets. Okay, so you see this and you click on this link. Sometimes it's not signed in, okay? Or here, yes. So when you go on and when you sign in through your Gmail account, which automatically it does if your Gmail is linked with the Google Sheets. So you see the template gallery here. Okay, now for example, I want to go to education part because I am a teacher or educationist and I want my students to, I want to see the grade book. I want to see the percentage of my students and what grade are they achieving. So this is how the grading system or the grade book looks like. So you see the percentage grading system distribution and what's the average score in homework, in quiz 1, in test 1. You can also see the individual grades of this. Now here you have these three tabs. Overview is the overall view of the whole class. Then you have the grades. In grades tab, when you see the percentage of each student separately and their grade and how much did they got out of 10 in homework, out of quiz 1 in 25. Now this system, that how much is the total mark is set by you as a teacher, and test 1 is 50. So these marks are set by you. You can change them, you can edit. For example, you say your homework is out of 5, or you say your homework is out of 15, so you can edit. It's your choice. So when you submit, see the percentage is changing. I'll show you one more time. For example, you say the quiz is out of 30. Now, when I will click enter, I want you to look at this tab here on the left, on this left column, and you see the change of percentage. You see the percentage changed. So these templates are very helpful. So we will go back to 25. You see the percentage increased, and here we go back to 10. And the percentage increase. So the class average of these three students is 85. Now here you can add one more student. For example, you want to say student 4. Okay. And you add the numbers here. For example, out of in homework, out of 10, that student got 9. In quiz, the student got 22. In test, the student got, for example, 45. So you see, it will automatically calculate the percentage. Let's do one more time. I want you to, when I will be entering marks in these three columns, I want you to look at this column on the left. So student 5. So I'm not going to add any grading here, because this is all set here, the grading evaluation here over overview. Okay. Here you can change the grading. It's up to you. All right. For example, you say 97 to 100 is A, and 93 to 96 is B plus. It's up to you. So you can change that. It's totally your choice. And when you change it here, it automatically moves the percentages there. Let's do it. For example, we do this A negative, we do this B positive, and we do this B, and we do this B negative. Now let's see, is something changing here? See, the percentage is changed. You can even experiment that when you're going to, after watching this, when you open your own Google Sheet. So I will go back to what it was. And then, for example, out of 10, the student 5 got, for example, 9.5. Then in quiz 1, out of 25, the student got 21. In test, they got 46. You see? It is automatically calculating. Similarly, you have the individual report of each student. All right? So, you see the percentage of the student, the class average is 87. And student 1, this is the class average, the color in the pink, and the blue or the purple color is student 1. And you can see how the percentage of the student was so constant in homework 1, and from after quiz 1 till test 1, the percentage declined. All right, and it automatically creates this for your student report, for each student. See, now here you have this drop-down menu. You click on it and you want to see the graph of student 2, you see the graph of student 2. You want to see the graph of student 4, you see the graph of student 4. All right? So the best part I'll always suggest to my teachers is to experiment with the app. You always experiment. And that's when you end up with wonderful features, sometimes which you're not known of. Okay, now let's go back to the template and look at the assignment tracker template. Okay, now let's go back to the education part and let's see the assignment tracker. Let's quickly go through it, and then we will go to the next app. Now here, I'm sorry, because automatically this sets to the what do you say, to Latin language, and I tried translating it, but it didn't work that much. So for example, math, the assignment was to calculate and form fraction word problems. So this was their math assignment. Okay, its status is done. Okay, if the student has not submitted yet, the status will be in progress. The student can edit their the status of their assignment submission, and in how much time did they do that. Like, for example, when this started and when they submitted, in how much time did they finish this? When was the start date? When it is due? The due date is going to be set by you, and even the start date can be set by you. But you can set the due date, and the start date can be automatically set by the Google assignment tracker when they start working on it, working on the assignment. So you can have as many subjects as you want with the assignment title, but the progress status is here. It is automatic, or you can even add any other feature in your status if you want. So for example, I want to add partially done. Okay, so it doesn't let you do that, or you can say partially. Let's see, no. So it doesn't let you, it should be one of these 4 items. So this is what I actually wanted to show you, that you cannot edit or you have all the four statuses are by default, and you can only use them. And also for subjects, you can add more subjects here. It's up to you. It's totally your choice as a teacher. Now, let's go to our third app, which is Google Slide. Okay. So now let's have a quick look at Google Slide. So Google Slide is basically one of the best, one of my favorite Google app, which helps me to have maximum audience engagement. Audience members will be able to post questions if they want with their name or anonymously through the presentation using the persistence link, which I will show you now. And if a question is popular, like for example, one of the question is so popular that every audience wanted to ask that. So they can rate it by clicking on thumbs up and make the question popular for the presenter to see that, oh, this question is something which is asked by many. So now let's have a look at asking the question feature in Google Slides. So I will stop sharing my screen again, and I'm really glad, and I really appreciate the way you're bearing my this what do you say, switching off the slides. Okay, now let's have a quick look at Google Slides. So again, let me go to google.com, Google Slides, click on it. And if it asks you to sign in like the other two apps, you can sign in, of course. Now here, okay, so you can open a new Google slide from the template gallery. Now, for example, I am going to open this professional profile of work. I just want to show you the features of using that, the question answer feature more specifically. Now, when you have this Google slide in front of you and you're presenting it and you want your audience or the people who are watching your presentation or attending your session, you want them to ask question answers, and you have a question answer session with you. So for example, I have this presentation and this person is a digital project manager and they have these kind of skills and abilities. Like for example, I'm talking about myself. I'm a digital project manager and I have these skills and abilities, and I'm talking about my mental history. What skills do I have? What kind of projects do I conduct? Now, at the end of the session, I want my audience to ask me questions. So you see this top button on the right top corner of slideshow. You see this drop down button, you click on it and you see the presenter view. Start slideshow with audience Q&A and view speaker notes. Okay, so you click on this and after that, you see you have another pop-up window, and this pop-up window actually, okay, and you see the timer. So it tells you that how much time on this slide or how much time the QA session took actually. You see the speaker notes, you see the audience tools. You click on this audience tool, and after that, I will minimize this for a moment. You see this link. Your audience can click on this link or you can share this link with them. And after clicking on the link, you can ask a question. Sorry, they can ask a question from you. For example, I say, why did you choose to be a digital project manager? And I don't want to show my name. I don't want to show the presenter that who am I or who is the one who is asking the question. So I just ask anonymously and I submit. So when I submit this, then how the presenter will see, the small window that opened actually is the presenter view, you see? Now the presenter can see. Now here is the link. You copy this link and you can share it with your audience in the chat box so that they can click on this, either from their mobile, from their tablet, from their laptop. They can click on it and they can write the questions. After that, you can see that this is the question. And if maybe many people have this question, they can click on this thumbs up feature because I'm the presenter, I'm not the audience, so I cannot click on it. So your audience can do that. So the more the likes will be there, the more you know that this question is more popular and you need to have more elaborative answer for that. Okay. And you can, after the question answer session is done, you can pause the timer. It's up to you. You can also have your own speaker notes here for this slide, for example, right? Okay. Now, okay, 1 second. Oh, I guess 1 minute. Hold on, please. So after when you click on that and you have that pop-up window, you see that you have this question answer window open and you ask this question here. For example, what are the pros and cons of becoming a digital project manager? Why I'm doing this again, because I figured out that maybe when the next window opened, the screen was sharing the previous window. Okay, you click on submit. And then the small pop-up window that opened, the presenter window, the presenter view, the presenter can see what question is shared by the audience. Okay, now let's go back to our slide, Google slide, okay. And okay. All right. Now here, Google Slides can be used. The next amazing feature of Google Slides is that it can be used for sharing your e-portfolios. For example, you're teaching higher secondary levels and you want your students to showcase their work. And this can also be used as an assessment tool. So when you scan this QR code, it will take you to this slide, which I will be sharing with you now. Okay. Here you go. So when you scan that QR code, it will take you to this presentation. This is basically a portfolio of Jeremy Johnson. And you can see that how this person is presenting. It shows you the table of contents, that what are you going to be looking at when this person is going to be giving out the presentation, or if someone else is sharing portfolio of this person. So about me, introducing about me, goals, grade levels, reflections, grade 6, 7, 8, and teacher feedback. So you see, it's about me. I'm studying to be a mountain man, learn how to survive on my own. What are the goals? Why does that person want to be a mountain man? Grade level reflections. What grade levels are we going to be reflecting at? Grade 6, 7, and 8. Then you can also insert a video. Now, how you can insert a video, this I will be showing you immediately after this. And then teacher and mentor feedback. So the teacher and mentor feedback can be in the form of the voice typing, which I've already shown you in the Google Doc, or it can be in the form of a video that you can record. It's totally up to you how you feel comfortable in giving feedback to the portfolio of your students. Now let's go back to our presentation. And the assessment can be given in the similar way, like giving the comments, giving your inserting a voice type note or inserting a video. Now, the third very exciting feature of Google Slide is gamification. So gaming is something which is loved by all students. And believe me, as teachers, when you play game, you also love the session a lot. You feel so excited and you feel so energetic at the end of the session. So students can collaborate to solve the questions, or you can play different games. You can have scavenger hunt, you can have the unfair game, guess who or what. So I will go quickly through 2 games with you. And that will be after when I stop sharing my screen. Okay. Okay, let's have a quick look, first of all, at this Google Slides scavenger hunt. Now, before that, I just want to quickly show you that how you can insert a video. You can insert a video here, which I will be showing you in this scavenger hunt, but it can be done through any it can be done to any kind of presentation or slide. Now, for example, the first scavenger hunt is your mission is to complete the 10 scavenger hunt items in blue. Of course, we're not going to be doing 10, we will do a few, and there's one challenge on each slide. So the first challenge here is change the background of the slide to a beach scene. So let's say, for example, I want to change the background. I have these features here. So I change the background, I click on the background, and I already must have an image, or you can quickly search on Google and you can search that in your laptop. Choose image. You can either uh, if it's a picture about you, you can open your webcam, you can link, you can copy the link, you can use Google Images, you can search image, for example, beach image. So let's say, let's say quickly, let's see this one and insert. So, or if you already have one, you can saved in your laptop, you can choose image, you can upload. Like I had one already in my laptop, so I upload this one. See? So you can do that. So we done the first challenge. The second challenge is to change the theme of this presentation and add orange text to the slide explaining your choice. So for example, I click on theme and I have these themes here because this is MacBook. So you might have different thing in the PC laptop. So for example, I like this theme. And then I add orange text. So here, this is the text box. Or you can also have text box from insert here. And also for the assessment one, which I was talking about in the previous slide, where I was showing you the portfolios of the students, you can have this audio here. And you can even add your own audio or audio something that you had already recorded and you have uploaded in your Google Drive, and you can insert it. After this, you can quickly, you can have a text box here. You can color your text color orange, and my name is Nabiha. Anything that you can write. Okay, and you explain that why do you want to have orange color. Then you have to create a Venn diagram using shapes in the presentation, and then you compare and contrast. So I'll quickly show you how you create a Venn diagram. Okay, so for example, you have this images shape here, or you can also insert from here. Okay. So don't worry if mine is showing there and yours is not showing there. So don't worry about that. So you can have all the features in the insert tab. So we click on this like this. We create one circle. We copy it and we paste the circle like this. This is the Venn diagram. Now we want the circle in the middle to be highlighted. So we select these two. And for example, I want to color this color, and I want to highlight the surroundings with this. Now, I want this middle part to be highlighted. So what do? I select this, then I go back to this fill color option, and here I click on positive. Now, in the other laptops, in the PC laptops, this is called as transparency. So it will be like this, but it's called transparency. Because mine is MacBook, so it doesn't show the word transparency. So you are going to make it lighter from the other circles, and then click like this. So your middle gets darker and the other one gets lighter. And then you can have this text box, a little smaller one, and you can type in. You can have a second text box, and then you can have this text box here as well. It's totally up to you, okay? Then let's have a quick look. Insert a picture of a map, and then you can, sorry. Okay. Insert a picture of the map on the slide and add yellow star. So you can take any picture from Google and you can add. Let me go through. So you can have different things, like you can have insert a picture of the map, and then you have to add yellow stars to all of these places. Let's do this. Let me get a picture of the map. Yes, here it is. So I take any picture, I directly copy it, or okay, yes, or you can even insert the picture. You can insert the picture directly from the insert tab. Oh my God, what's going? Okay, you insert image, you search from the web, you search, what do you call it? Map. World map. Okay. And let's say, for example, I insert this. Okay. Now I want to go to, for example, Turkey. So I go here, insert. You get the star icon in the shapes. And then for example, I want to go to Turkey and I make a star here and I fill this with yellow. Then what I can do, I can simply copy paste it and I want to go to, for example, Ukraine, or I want to go to Spain. All right. Then the next feature is use word art to articulate one goal, which is you can do it from here, insert, and you can just simply say word art, complete like for example, my goal is my PhD in education. And then you can format this by using position, you can size and rotate, you can drop a shadow, which you can edit, angle, distance, or anything. You can also add a reflection. You can distance the reflection, you can size the reflection. So there are many things you can scribble a favorite picture, you can draw your favorite summer experience, describe your favorite summer experience. You can also use this slide to create a collage of tilted and overlapping images. You select images from here, like for example, you search the web. For example, you search purse. Anything, you just simply click and you insert, or you can have 2 or 3 pictures and you can create a collage out of them. Okay, now then there is one more game which is called Guess Who. So let me quickly give you a review of Guess Who. So this is a Guess Who game. Now, for example, if you share this with your students, so these are the instructions. So you make a copy of this Google slide deck, digital version of the game, so you have added access. So you click on File and you make a copy. Either you make a copy of selected slides or you make a copy of the entire presentation. So we click on making a copy of the entire presentation. Now I will stop sharing this and I will go to the copy and I will show you that how you can edit the copy. So now this is an editable version for you. So what it tells you is tells you to choose one of the characters on slide 2 and copy paste it to the orange box. Do not delete it. This is the character your opponent or your team members or your class fellows have to guess. Like for example, here, this is Dwayne Johnson, one of a very famous Hollywood actor. So I copy and I delete this image and I paste his picture here. And after pasting the picture, I'm going to ask my opponents the names. Like, for example, I say, like, for example, my classmates ask me that, is your guess the who person a male or a female? I say it's a male. So what I can do, or what others will do, they will delete the images, sorry, of the females. Now, this is why I'm doing, because this helps them to understand that that how many options are left, and this makes it easier for them to go to the correct answer and to guess. So these are a couple of questions which they can ask you, or you can give them the cue card to other students, and the and the one who has the personality has to give them answers so that they can guess it easily. Okay, now also, with Google Slides, you can give a very, very interactive like presentation in which you can have different add-ons. Now, like for example, I will share this presentation with you. Let's quickly go to this one, and I'm going to share my screen of this presentation. Now you see, okay. Okay, so here you see that this is a presentation which helps you to make your lesson interactive with the power of the peer deck. Now, peer deck is using the Google Slides add-on. So you open the peer deck add-on through the add-ons menu. So where do you find the add-ons? You find them in extensions, and you find them add-ons here. Now, again, my system is MacBook, so it might not have the peer deck. So you can get add-ons, you can, for example, you can get the add-ons from here. Or yes, you can have it from here. Peer Deck for Google Slides add-on. So I have it. Okay. Or you can have Nearpod. Nearpod is also one of the very, very wonderful apps for interactive sessions, but Google Slides Peer Deck is equally interactive and wonderful. So you open the Peer Deck add-on, you add interactive slides from their library, or you can create your own custom slides or questions. Then you click the Present Lesson button to start your interactive sessions. Now let's click on Open Peer Deck add-on. Oh, so for my system, I have to install this. The same goes for you. You might have to install this either in your tablet, in your mobile, or in your laptop. So after that, um, so for example, you write this question on that peer deck, you write, did you do your homework? The students can write their responses here. Draw or type two things you already know about today's topic. So they can write two things which they already know. They can draw anywhere on this slide. Also, how was the homework assignment? Whether it was good, it was not good. So they can drag the icon. Or you can explain, how did you come to that answer? What evidence? Like maybe the student saying that I found this on Wikipedia, or I surfed the internet, or I read a book, or I asked from my adult or anyone. So this is a very, very wonderful way to present your work. And this Peer Deck is an amazing system or amazing app which helps students to interact, to improve their skill, to reflect on their own thought process. And it also helps you to keep connected and interact with your learners and explain how they reached to a certain conclusion of their assignment. So this is another one of the wonderful features. Now, one more quick thing which I want to share with you is how you can use AI also to incorporate. For example, you want to create a game on Google's, or to install in Google Slides. So what I do, I will share my AI quickly with you. And for example, I have create a question answer game. So what I do, create a question answer game for two student teams to be inserted in Google Slide for grade 7. So you have to be very, very clear and precise in your instructions when you give to ChatGPT. So there should be 8 questions in total. How many questions do you want? You want 5, you want 6, you want 8, you want 10, and each question will be assigned a point value. So, okay. Okay, so it gives you instructions. Each team will take turn choosing a question. The chosen team will take one, will have 1 minute to discuss and provide answers. If the correct answer is correct, the team answered designated points, and if the answer is incorrect, the opposing team has a chance to steal the points by providing the correct answer. So each has like maybe question 6 at 350, maybe question 5 at 300, 250. So this makes it really, really fun. And you can use ChatGPT as an enormous AI tool to incorporate your activities or to create or design activities which you can install in in your Google Slides. Okay. Now, so finally, we have come to the end of our this session of Google Education. I hope you like this today's session and whatever information I have shared with you. If you want to contact for further to learn about further professional development courses, you can contact on these given numbers. You can reach out to us through our Facebook page, through our Twitter account, or you can email us at info@teachergen.com. And we are based in our offices are based in Cairo, in Egypt, and in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. So you can contact through any of these mediums and reach out to one of our representatives who are going to share with you all the professional details, not as a teacher, but as an institute as well. If you're running an institute, if you're running a school, if you have a small education system or any kind of platform, even if you're doing it online teaching institute, or if you have an e-learning system at home, you can reach out to us for any kind of solutions. I hope you all liked today's session and have a wonderful day ahead. Thank you for listening.